Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, government working on contingency plan if mass public sector furloughs take place. Power outages across the country due to problems at TNTech power plant. A 76-year-old St. Joseph woman dies after falling from a tree. And internationally, nearly 8% of New York City Police Department out sick as Omicron slams NYC. And now the news in detail. Government has a backup plan to run the public service in case the Prime Minister's threat on Saturday to furlough unvaccinated workers creates staff shortages. This was revealed by Minister of Public Administration Alison West, who said her ministry is drafting a plan to keep running in the event of a shortage of workers in the public service. She, however, encourages more workers to get the vaccine offered as protection against COVID-19. West says right now her ministry is fine-tuning that before they make it public. The deadline the Prime Minister has set for mandatory vaccination is between now and January 15th. In other news, in a release earlier today, TNTech said due to a problem at one of the country's power plants, a number of customers in various locations across the island were, and in some instances are, without an electricity supply. TNTech stated that the problem occurred at approximately 11:30 a.m. The company says its engineers are working closely with the independent power producer to resolve the problem. They also stated that the cause of the problem is not known. A 76-year-old St. Joseph woman died as a result of a fall after she tried to climb a tree to pick fruits on Tuesday. Police said they were called to Maracas Royal Road at around 4 p.m. after the body of a woman was found near a cocoa tree near her house. The woman was declared dead at the scene. Residents in the area told police they usually saw her walking on the streets on mornings and found her body when they went to the house to check when they did not see her earlier on Tuesday. Investigators said the woman fell on her head. Internationally, nearly 8% of the NYPD's workforce was out sick yesterday, with many of them experiencing flu-like symptoms. The police service Area 9 in Queens was the hardest hit, with 67 out of the 192 personnel out sick, according to the New York Post. 28 of them tested positive for coronavirus. The department said so far in December has seen 473 total coronavirus cases, the most since March, when 695 infections were reported. Still, the current number sick within the NYPD pales in comparison to the early days of the pandemic, when about 20% of the department's members were out of work in April 2020, the report said. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: government working on contingency plan if mass public sector furloughs take place. Power outages across the country due to problems at TNTech power plant. A 76-year-old St. Joseph woman dies after falling from a tree, and internationally, nearly 8% of NYPD out sick as Omicron slams NYC. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, she's up next.
From the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street. 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families and honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, conference and cremation trains, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the King.
Shop at New City Mall this Christmas season and check out our